Today we're going to make an artist's canvas. There are a number of reasons why we want to make it your own canvas. If you're going to have an image that is a really large size, it's very expensive to buy. So you'll want to make your own. You might use hardboard. That you'll use if you have printed on canvas. That also is a strange shape, so you will make your own frame if you have a strange shape. This is also printed on canvas and then painted with wax and oils. This is another example of a strange shape, and this necessitates you making your own frame. This is hardboard with staples. You'll glue with wood glue and glue your image to the hardboard, then fold it over and staple the back. Before you make your wooden frame, you will need to measure the size of your image or measure it according to the size of your canvas. From the interior of your image size, you will measure 20 millimeters times 2. Then you have your size and you can start making your frame. To make your wood frame, I used pine. The best size wood to use is 20 millimeters by 20 millimeters or 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch. You'll need 45-degree angles for the corners. An easy way to make your 45 degrees is to take the other piece of wood, draw a line, and draw from corner to corner. The easiest way to cut your 45 degrees is with a miter box and a saw. Once you have your 45-degree angles, you're ready to glue them together. You have cut your wood now and you're ready to glue it and staple gun it together. Take your 45-degree angles and your wood glue. You can always scrape off the excess wood glue if you've got. Don't worry about it dripping onto your protective paper. That can be cleaned off. You always need to sandpaper those edges a little bit before you start your frame. Put your finger on the edges, on your corners, and press inwards. Smooth out the wood glue. And do the same to your back 2 corners. Now you're ready to staple the corners as well. With your staple gun, this size necessitates at least 2 staples. Just realign the corners again, press them together, and there you have them glued together. If you do have a little corner box, place those inside. This one's rather neat because you can put an elastic band through the routed area there and hold it together until it is dry. At least 24 hours before your frame dries. And then you can start putting your canvas on. To make sure that your frame stays flat and straight, just put some weights on the corners. You can use your wood glue and whatever you've got. Leave that for 24 hours before you put your canvas on. We're now ready to staple our canvas to our frame. So this has had 24 hours at least to dry. I'm repurposing this canvas that I printed on. I'm not terribly keen on that image, so you can use it again. Hopefully get a better image on the frame. The first staple will go in the middle of your longest side. The second one, turn it around, will be in the center of the opposite longest side. I actually haven't measured this too well and it's a little bit too short. Go back and do your two short sides. These short sides are a lot better. I was too mean with the canvas on the long side. Then on the long side, in the middle, stretch it tight, but not too tight. You don't want your canvas to tear or to warp. The reason for using a canvas as opposed to hardboard is your softer you'll get a softer image when you paint. You'll get a hard edge with hardboard. So your support on a canvas frame can get soft edges. And so you carry on going around. Keep stretching it a bit. You'll neaten up your edges right at the end. You're now ready for your corners, which you will miter. You'll need two quite close staples in the corners. On a very large frame, you might want to wood glue canvas as well. And there is your frame. You're now ready to PVA or acrylic paint your frame. When that is dry, it is ready to paint on. We're now ready to prepare our canvas. That will need at least 2 layers of PVA or white acrylic. The product that I use, I will put a link on the bottom of the video for anybody who wants to follow up and find that. A bit gloopy. I was going to stick my finger in my mouth, not a good idea. If you paint in one direction, let it dry and paint in the opposite direction or 90 degrees to that, you will get a similar to a canvas structure. If you use a rough brush, you will get that texture. So it depends on whether you want a slick finish or not, as to whether you leave those brush marks or make it smooth. You will want to paint the edges right down to the bottom, because a lot of painting nowadays, especially your big ones, are not framed. And so your painting will go right over the edge, as in the one behind me. So your painting wraps around your edges. The first layer uses quite a bit of paint because it's absorbed by the canvas. So don't underestimate the amount that you need. Your second layer won't take that much. We are now doing the opposite direction, or 90 degrees. So the bottom layer was dry. If you're going to paint a landscape or something that is more free, you can leave little bits and they will add to your texture of your paint. If you're doing something flat, then obviously you want to do it very smoothly. If you feel that it hasn't covered the canvas sufficiently, because if you're going to be working in oils and your canvas is still showing through, it's just going to suck up those oils, and at the price of oils that could be expensive. So you must have this waterproof layer if you're going to be painting in oils. Acrylics, not that much of a problem. I'm not too bothered with the brush strokes. I'm going to use them to my advantage with the image that I want. Thanks for watching. If you found it useful or you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. All the products I use will be linked below, so if you need to check them, Please do subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for more fun videos and fun projects. You don't need a sophisticated studio or equipment to produce really great images. Enjoy.